Hello everybody, Loads for Life here, bringing you guys a brand new anime deck discussion, something I haven't done in like forever. So today we are going to be talking about the White Warriors. These guys are the they're the counter to, I can't say that word, they're the counter to Black Wings. They have a very similar naming structure to Black Wings, they have a very similar playstyle to Black Wings, and they are just basically Black Wings instead of being black birds. They're white warriors, which I guess you could say is a race thing. I don't know. So this deck was used by a guy who really hated Black Wings and Crow, and the guy who originally had a Blackwing deck other than Crow. Now, you'll notice that I have Blood Mephisto over here. He's not technically part of the archetype, but he was played by the guy who played White Warriors, and White Warriors, as of yet, do not have their own synchro or anything. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and cover the archetype and what I think Konami could do with it if they were to print it. So, first and foremost, we have White Warrior, Hail the Iron Hammer. So, as you can notice, they have a very similar naming structure to Black Wings, where you have Blackwing, for instance, Gale the Whirlwind, or Blackwing Shura the Blue Flame. So, it's a very, like, heroic name and naming style and everything, and it's just kind of really cool. So, he is a Fairy Light, and I believe they're all Fairy Lights monsters. He's a level 4, 1800 attack, 1600 defense. Pretty good stats. I'm pretty sure, actually, I'm curious. Sure, okay, he actually has more defense than Shura. I was very much wondering about that. So, if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, target one monster in the field, destroy it. Which, obviously, is supposed to counter the fact that Blackwings like to swarm and everything, so you kill, like, the tuner or something, and you pop a monster. I actually really like this effect, but it's so simple. Like, I really feel like there could be more, and that's going to be said about basically all these guys. Next up, we have White Warrior, Fog the Treasure Shield. Very cool artwork on all these guys, I gotta say, especially this guy. I don't know what it is about him, he just looks really cool. He has 300 attack, 2000 defense. Very light, of course, like all the others. When a monster you control inflicts damage to your opponent by a direct attack, if this card is in face-up defense position, you can you can target one spell trap card on the field, destroy it. Again, another effect I actually really like. It's another destruction-based effect, and it just clears out back row. I don't like it how it has to be a direct attack, so if he were printed, I would like to see him have, like, basically the same effect, but not regarding, like, if it's a direct attack or not, just by battle damage in general. Next up is the tuner for the deck. That is White Warrior, Snow the Rope Dart. I really like his naming. I really gotta say that. He's a level 4, 0 attack, 0 defense. This card can attack your opponent directly. Okay. This card gains 100 attack for each card on the field. Oh, that's nice. So, at max, with, let's see here, 4 pendulum scales, 2 field spell zones, and 10 monster zone. 10 monster zones, 10 spell and trap card zones. So, at max, he would get up to let's see here, 2,000 for just having 10 cards on my side of the field, plus the 2, that'd be 22 with the 2 pendulum, plus, okay, so that'd be 23 from my side, so that'd be 4,600 attack power potentially if every card zone on the field was full. that'd be the strongest level 4 in the world. I really like this, actually. It's nice. He can just attack directly, get a bit of damage in. Not to mention, when he is targeted for an attack, he gets returned to the hand, which is nice, so he can just kind of dodge that stuff and just be able to attack directly, return to the hand if your opponent tries to attack it, and then you can just summon him again and do it again, which can be a bit of a troll thing. And then we got a random level 1 for some reason. We have White Warrior, Sleet the Morning Star. Again, another name to it's just the naming on these things, they're so cool. So, Sleet the Morning Star, he's 0/0, he's a level 1, which is completely different from the rest of the archetype. You contribute this card to target one face-up monster you control, it gains this effect. If this card destroys an opponent's monster at battle, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half of this card's attack power. You know, I actually really gotta say, I like all of these guys' effects, and this is really nice. Okay, so you summon him, you have, like, let's say Blood Mephisto, because, well, he's what he was used in the anime. Use his effect, tribute off, target Blood Mephisto. Now, every time Blood Mephisto destroys an opponent's monster by battle, your opponent takes 1,400 damage because it's equal to half of the attack power of the monster. yeah, of this card's attack. So it's equal to the half of the monster that like you have. So it'd be 1400 if you were using Blood Fist, 15 if like I don't know, Red Dragon Archfiend or something like that. That is really, really nice. And since we're talking about him, let's go ahead and talk about Blood Fist. This card is infamous nowadays. Not because he's powerful in any particular means. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a good card. But because he is a YCS promo and he has not gotten reprinted. And he is like the oldest YCS promo that has not had a reprint yet. Rumor is it's because it has the word blood in the name and they don't want to reprint his name or change it, even though he was actually censored to have his name as Crimson Fist in the English anime. So I don't know even why they kept his original Japanese name anyways, but that's just a rumor. I don't know if it's true or not. We've had tons of chances to get him back, and Konami just for some reason has not printed him outside of the YCS level. So if you really, really want this card, you got to get the YCS version, which I ain't even going to search the price because I am scared to look at it. It's going to be a lot. So he's a level 4, generic synchro, 2800 attack, 1300 defense, Fiend Dark, needs any tuner plus one or more non-tuners to go into. Once per turn during your opponent's standby phase, you can inflict 300 damage to your opponent for each card your opponent controls. Each time your opponent sets a spell or trap card, inflict 300 damage to your opponent. Very, very straightforward effect, very, very nice effect. I like it a lot. Now, what could Konami do to really expand on this archetype? First and foremost, they need spell and trap support, okay? I went to the wiki. They don't have any spell or trap card support. Like, they don't. Like, it's just these 4 plus Blood Fist. Like, it's really, really, really not much at all. So, I feel like they could use some spell and trap card support. They could use a bit more monsters. These guys, I feel like they should keep these effects, but have them retooled a bit. So, like, for instance, again, he doesn't require a direct attack for his effect. And another thing I'd like to see is them be able to have some swarming abilities. If these guys are supposed to be anti-Blackwings, let them swarm. They don't have much of a swarming thing. Like, they don't have any at all. I mean, they're light fairies, so I guess you could use Valhalla and, like, Photon, crap, what was it called? Photon something, the spell, quick play spell card that summons a level 4 lower light monster in your hand. So they could really just benefit from a lot more spell, like just any spell or trap support, some more monsters, expanded effects, and I'd like to see some actual synchros for the deck itself, not just Blood Fist. And I'd like to see them keep the burning effects as part of it. So like for instance, the synchros that they could add. Like for instance, since they got a level 1, they could also give them a level 5 synchro and of course level 8s. So then like make them to where they do burn damage while also putting more pressure on your opponent by destroying cards. That is really cool and a really cool idea that I think Konami could really expand on and just do if they release these guys. Now, as to whether or not they'll ever release them, who knows? I think it'd be pretty cool and it's a missed opportunity if they don't. But, however, I like these guys actually quite a bit. I just feel like that they're a real missed opportunity. And the only real reason why they haven't been printed is because they were used by one random bad guy in one random episode of 5Ds. And, of course, they're anti-Konami babies. Let's face it, Blackwings are Konami's babies, and they don't want Blackwings to be totally killed by another archetype. That being said, though, I would also like to see more of the whole anti-Blackwing thing put into it. So, like, maybe give them effects that negate dark monster effects, or, like, maybe like a monster that you can send it to the graveyard to destroy a dark monster on the field. I don't know. Something cool like that, you know? Like, really expand on that. Basically do what Ally of Justice tried to do for Lights, but better. That'd be pretty cool. Anyways, guys, this is a shorter anime deck discussion because I am starting to run out of anime decks that have a lot of cards. So, I don't know what else to talk about. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Tell me what you guys think about White Warriors. What do you want to, like, see? Like, would you want to see these guys printed? What would you want to see Konami do with them? Thank you all for watching. Have a great day. If you're curious to, like, talk with me or anything, please check out my Facebook, my Twitter, and everything down below in the description. Have a great day. If you want to hear me talk about any specific anime archetype I haven't talked about yet, please leave them down in the comments below. Have a great day, everybody. Peace out. Goodbye. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, and see y'all later.